Hi, everybody, and welcome to Adelup. Welcome to a momentous occasion as we come together to celebrate for the first time ever the graduation of the Guam Green Growth Conservation Cohort. My name is Kyle Mandapan from the Center for Island Sustainability at the University of Guam, and I'm so glad to be here as we witness history. This group, this first cohort, came into this program with thoughts. I don't even know what they were thinking, but I'm definitely sure that after this experience, things will never be looked at with the same perspective again. Throughout this program today, we're going to recognize their hard work, their contributions, and we're going to get a little insight into how things moved through this 5-month-long experiment that turned out phenomenally. Before we begin, I'd like to welcome to the stage right now for an official blessing, one of our G3CC members, Mr. Joe. Mr. Jason.
As we begin this momentous celebration, let us pay respect to our ancestors who are our guidance and our protectors throughout this program. And with that being said, I acknowledge them through this chant. Okay, I'm just gonna go for this last. Gizana pulu na laza, nomok ya ita mengitasi, menangani sabarnya, menangani nagahaga, menanggaza panakungo, panakungo kikate kudu, zabana adimana. With that being said, we'll continue our celebration.
Thank you so much, Joe. You know, with this entire program, I'm going to say we went into it as a workforce development. You know, we want to learn some things, but this group has brought such an amazing, diverse background that we all learn from each other. And I'm so glad to be here on the stage with them as we count down to the end of the first cohort. Another gentleman who was there through it and really got into the dirt with us is here now to address our graduating class. I'd like to welcome down our Lieutenant Governor, the Honorable Joshua Tsunami.
Thank you and welcome to the Ricardo Bordallo Complex. And I'm really happy and grateful for this great partnership with the University of Guam, the Center for Island Sustainability, and really how all of you are pioneers in this movement to transform our island in many ways and across many disciplines in the public sector, the private sector, and civic society. So the kind of things that you got into, and I know I was able to join you for a few of them, but I tell you, I watch all the progress and what you do on Instagram and social media all the time. Those kinds of things that you've done, that you've shown, and I hope that you feel a sense of accomplishment when you see the large number of volunteers that came out at various stages during the program to help address and help work and help experiment on the different things that come together to try and get us to a better way. And I think that kind of accomplishment is something that is going to be far lasting for all of you. I'm curious and I'm interested to know what your plans are, how this experience is going to either refine your direction in life. Maybe it is going to offer you a different course that you never anticipated prior to the program, or ways that you're going to get out as individuals, members in civic society, or even business owners and entrepreneurs in the private sector that are going to make Guam a very dynamic and progressive place. That's the vision that we have. And the vision is, of course, to make sure that we do things and adjust the way we live to embrace sustainability and to break away from some of these bad habits that that our island has picked up over the course of decades. So congratulations, thank you for taking this opportunity. And I look forward to seeing all the things that you'll be doing in the future. I'll find find ways for me to be supportive of those efforts. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant Governor. As we continue with today's presentation, we'd like to acknowledge all of the amazing groups and partners that we have the opportunity and privilege to work with. These guys have been throughout the island with some of the most hardworking people throughout the different agencies, community groups, and we want to say thank you to everyone who let our conservation or let us in to your day-to-day to help make our island a better place. Another great partner, of course, the University of Guam, here to address our graduates. Please welcome our president, President Thomas Harris.
Thank you everyone for being part of this graduation ceremony. Thanks especially to our graduates of the G3 Conservation Corps. And you really do exemplify the work that you can do. You really exemplify the mission, the motto and mission of the University of Guam, even in this food grade setting, to enlighten, to discover, and to serve. And the service particularly is so obvious with your light yellow. Describe that. You see those all over. It's really great to see you everywhere. And I've been so impressed with the way that this program, the Center for Island Sustainability, and our secret program are all integrating and helping to reinforce all kinds of things that we're interested in doing at the university. And so it's really supporting our development goals and also watershed restoration and setting up the aquaculture programs for doing things not only in sustainability, but also in terms of food security, overlapping benefits that come from these things. We're also doing a really good job at the university of attracting significant research funding. So we're way above our weight class, punching way above our weight class in terms of the amount of money and the quality of the research that we're doing. And a big one, of course, our biggest one is the Guam EPSCoR grant. And that one is $20 million. Really significant research grant. And the G3 Circular Economy Makerspace Innovation Hub is a little bit of an outgrowth of that. And part of the goal of this big grant is to expand research into wider fields. So stretching out beyond our particular expertise to other elements of environmental sciences and the other disciplines. We also have a lot of work going on with the Triton Farm, including aquaculture, and also new food crops, working on that food security issue as well. And of course, our marine laboratory, you all got the tours there. You got to see the new facilities provided by the ABCD. Structures there for them. And also been really pleased with the G3 Action Framework goals. So G3CC has contributed to the Guam Green Growth Initiative overarching goals. And the action framework has a specific set under educated, capable, and compassionate hire. And I'm pleased to serve on that committee with GCC President Ricardo Bordallo. And so a goal there is to increase the number of classes focused on island sustainability and sustainable development. And so you all, the G3CC members, are getting continuing education units through the G3CC program. And this is supported by a partnership between our Global Learning and Engagement Office and the Center for Island Sustainability. So it's a great way to combine education with all the other successes that we've been interested in. And then this is also increasing our skill training and job preparedness program, which is developing a local talent pool and a lot of related areas. And so through the G3CC program, the 12 core members are now trained in the 5 focus areas of, as you all know, island unification, agriculture and aquaculture, circular economy and recycling, invasive species removal, and energy efficiency. And these can all be applied to local agencies, organizations, and businesses to help transition our island to a green economy. And all of the work of the G3CC cohort has contributed to an award that this whole G3 operation received from the it's called the American Association of State Colleges and Universities, with all the public universities in the country, and the G3 initiative won the Innovation and Excellence Award from ASCII. That's not their conference. It was great honor to be able to see that on their back. So congratulations on your work. Congratulations on your example you're making for all of us. So, Viva G3CC.
Viva UOG! Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome another member of our UOG family who has been very supportive through this entire process. I'd like to welcome our Senior Vice President and Provost, Dr. Anita Borja Enriquez.
And it's been half a day. I just want to say real briefly, congratulations. And I want to extend some messages, Mossy. Thank you so much for taking this important step to be the role models, to be the influencers. I call you the conservation corps warriors because throughout the island, you've demonstrated how important this effort is in building a green community and building a green economy. And I want to extend a symbiosis of this Susasi towards our Maga Haga and Saguna Magalahi. And without their support, we wouldn't have been able to elevate the effort as much as we have through the Center for Island Sustainability and other partners. But you have been so visible through all the social media spaces. I have been so proud of everything that you've done. And as the influencers, you continue to build capacity by virtue of the example that you've shared and you've made visible to the over 4,000 hours of efforts. And so, Mr. President and Lieutenant Governor Tenorio, I want to say that this is a perfect example of what we want to continue to perpetuate and to support through all of our efforts throughout the island. And so these graduates are the warriors that will take it forward. So congratulations once again. Viva to all of you and Viva UOG.
Thank you so much, Doc. Ladies and gents, up next, you've seen his face. He's been out there with us on the roof for a little bit. As you guys went through that crazy 2 weeks installing solar panels. That was 2 weeks of this 5-month program. Wait for their memoirs. I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome. I'd like to welcome now, ladies and gentlemen, the director of the University of Guam Center for Island Sustainability and CPAC, and the co-chair of the Guam Green Growth Steering Committee, Dr. Austin Shelton.
Thank you, Kyle, and thank you very much, everybody who has made the Guam Green Growth Conservation Corps possible. Thank you very much to our dedicated, passionate, committed graduates that are here with us today. Our whole team at the University of Guam, the Center for Island Sustainability, and all of our partners from the governor's office to the local agencies and nonprofits, we're extremely proud and grateful for the amazing contributions that you have made for our island. Thank you all so much for completing these 5 months and getting here today. I just want to applaud all of you for this amazing, amazing work. You know, when we started Guam Green Growth, I shared that that sustainability is about human society, about the natural environment, and about the economy. And you've been an important part of getting ready to prepare our community and our workforce for the emerging green economy. And I'm glad that you've been getting these really important training hours throughout this 5 months, and you've been making an impact on the island while you're doing it. It hasn't just been a learning opportunity for yourselves, but everything that you've been sharing with the rest of the island has been a learning experience for all of us. You're getting out there, and I just want to highlight these impacts here for everybody to see on the backboard about the amazing work that you've done, starting with 70,560 aluminum cans that you converted from our landfill. And 70,000 cans that are going to our partners at iRecycle, and that's the redemptions for all of those cans will now go back to our schools to serve our students. We planted 2,024 food crops, planted 2,800 trees, and picked up 570 large bags of trash, installed sediment filter stocks and wattles to prevent erosion from going onto our coral reefs. And as Kyle just mentioned a minute ago, 641 solar panels on top of JSA. And those solar panels are going to continue to work for our island and our students for 20 to 25 years from now. So, and those trees will continue to grow for hopefully 50, 100 years, storing carbon, preventing erosion. Your impact will last here for generations to come. Thank you, Corbin. One thing that we talked about was sustainability, that it's a partnership in time, that we inherited this land from our ancestors and we're taking care of it today, but we're really just borrowing it from our children. And you have been the best partners as we've been working to build the Sustainable Alliance with the very first G3 implementation project. You've been an amazing example of this, and you've not only done it for yourselves as the 12 individuals, but there are 4,149 volunteer hours that you brought along the way. Now that is an amazing number that with the social media that was mentioned, the front pages in the newspaper, on the evening news, the people have been watching your actions, and you've been bringing people along the way to take part of creating our sustainable future. So thank you very much, graduates. Congratulations, and thank you for heeding this call to come do laborious but rewarding work. That's what we talked about on the very first days, and you've accomplished it. You were committed to it, and your dedication shows, and we thank you, and the whole island, I'm sure, thanks you for your service for our island so that we continue to have all these beautiful things for generations to come. So just Mossy.
Thank you, sir. You know, I think I had the chance to tell all of you individually, but I'll just say it one more time on record. Beyond all of these impacts you made, I think for me, when I really started seeing all the great stuff that you guys have been doing, was when people started messaging or calling or saying, "Hey, I saw the G3 Conservation Park doing cleanup. My organization wants to do a cleanup now. How can we get involved?" You know, so I think that the lasting impact of this group definitely will be felt as we move forward. Right now, speaking of moving forward, two faces that you're definitely familiar with, our graduating class. I'd like to welcome for a special presentation the coordinator of our circular economy team and the coordinator of our sustainability team, Mr. Phil Cruz and Mr. Wall.
Half a day. Finally, right? To commemorate this on behalf of our team, we created this at the Makerspace. It's the SDG color wheel that we provide all our partners for 3G or Guam Ring Road. And no matter what you do, you're part of us. So this is to commemorate that.
Hey everyone, I'm really proud of all of you guys for all of the work that you have done over the past 5 months. You know, with Remy, Show, and India, Miracle, and I, we're so proud of all of the work that you've done. We really tried our best to make this program really shine, really be impactful. There were so many bumps along the way, but we thank you guys so much for really being patient with us as we were trying to figure out everything from the scheduling, transportation, working with our partners. There were so many moving pieces, and it was something that we really had to work really hard and just really put our minds and our hearts to it. So another gift that we got for you guys is from one of our partners, Micronesia Climate Change Alliance. They actually were able to make some marmars and bays for you guys. So we will be bestowing these gifts upon you guys today. So thank you guys very much.
All right, let's get them laid and marmar. Thank you, ladies and gents. Look at this again. A token of appreciation from one of our partners. All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Let's have a round of applause for our graduating class here, the Guam Road Conservation Corps. And now for the next portion of our program, I'd like to welcome all of our dignitaries up front, please, as we officially present you with your certificate of completion here today. To read our names and to welcome you into graduation land, I'd like to welcome from the Global Learning and Engagement team, Mr. Luigi Bunsen.
All right. Okay, the University of Guam Global Learning and Engagement Office is proud to partner with the Guam Green Growth Conservation Corps program. Our office is providing continuing education units to all the members for all the hours that they put in the past 5 months. We're proud of all the work. We're proud of all the work the members have done and will continue to do after today. And we look forward to future cohorts and more activities in the Guam Green Growth. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. Thank you. All right, first up, Mr. Joseph Certeza. Ms. Alana Chargalov. Ms. Abby Crane. Mr. Enidetis Jolly. Ms. Claudia Rosalia Ferrero. Ms. Jacqueline Jones. Mr. Drake Kemp. Mr. Daniel Stone Jr. Mr. Kevin Wong. Ms. Aya Taitana. So the next few ones aren't here, but we'll go ahead and acknowledge them. Mr. Lusich, Nicolette
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for our graduating class. Now, before we wrap things up, the team had an opportunity to think and work through a lot of different challenges throughout the course of this program. And I'll tell you now, they are not a quiet group. In fact, they're just not. So I'm sure it was not an easy task for them to figure out who would be the most talkative today. And for that, we put it to them who their class elected speakers would be. And I have them now. No surprise, it's a topic. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome 2 members of our graduating class. Of course, Mr. Daniel Stone and Mr. Lana Chargalov.
Good day, everyone. I just want to take this opportunity to acknowledge my fellow Conservation Corps warriors. You know, we've been through a lot together. We've been through black eyes and heat stroke and all sorts of things. But we all made it through, and I know about y'all, but I loved it. Loved every minute of it. I hope it's not the last time we see each other. I didn't really prepare a written speech, so I'll pass it off to our more prepared speaker.
Good day, everyone. I hope you're all well and in good spirits. I am grateful for the existence of the Guam Green Growth Conservation Corps and the tremendous support shown for the initiatives of the Guam Green Growth team. This team of passionate individuals chooses to advocate for and truly take action toward good while offering valuable ideas for improvements to our island community. We've seen the illegal dumping sites, erosion, landfills taking waste much more quickly than planned, damage by invasive species, wasted energy, and much more. However, we've also seen the innovation and steadfast efforts of teams across our island working tirelessly to combat these issues. And we are happy to have joined them in these past 5 months. The hard work and good intentions we've invested during these special portions of our individual journeys embodies the core values of who we are as a Tomoto people, as echoed in our Inifrasi. No matter the rigor of our day-to-day activities, we join together in the hopeful spirit of enacting our differences aside to achieve several steps down the path to a more sustainable future, and always hoping the examples we set leave a lasting impression in the hearts of those watching us. With diverse interests, talents, and solutions, we kept our eyes set on what it takes for the rightful protection and preservation of our island and resources. And we're empowered. By the idea of a more pleasant, safe, fair, well taken care of community. Something we continue to dream will be more of a reality in our lifetime. G3's mission and the 17 Sustainable Development Goals set forth by the United Nations is an ideal framework for a life our island people so rightfully deserve. With these goals and vision in mind, I'm sure we could agree that many shifts in direction, attitudes, and behavior will be required to realign ourselves for a positively sustainable Guam in the midst of the conveniences of our present. I have faith that in all of us lies a sincere acknowledgement of what respect for oneself, for our fellow Tomotos, Guamanians, and guests, and for what we've been blessed with truly means. I hope my fellow Conservation Corps members, as well as our government leaders and partners in sustainability, encourage and perpetuate the good we've done. And I hope that Guam's residents partake in the work being done towards sustainable practices to ensure that what we enjoy today is still present, full of life, and abundant for our descendants to enjoy. Let's unite to restore and uphold the sense of humanity, dignity, utmost respect, honesty, and community pride necessary to keep Guam good and moving in the right direction. After all, this island is our home, and we are all responsible for taking care of it. As we've been told, it all starts at home. So let's make our home strong and sustainable. With Dunkulu Nasisus Ma'asi, and I wish all my fellow G3CC graduates very well in their lives.
Yeah. For the record, Dan just forgot his paper in the car. Okay. He was going to do an interpretive dance, but it's very windy. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, a round of applause for our graduating class. We ask you all to please rise. Here to officially proclaim your graduation, I welcome back the Lieutenant Governor of Guam, the Honorable Joshua Tenorio.
G3 Conservation Warriors, it is my great and humble privilege to announce and declare that you have now graduated from the first ever G3 Conservation Corps. Congratulations. And this concludes our ceremony.